because I'm trying to pay this debt off. Look, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just here to tell you the 15 things that we never spend money on, things that I don't like to spend money on, so that we can get ahead. So let's talk about this. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to share with you guys my 15 things that I never spend money on. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice me talking about how we're trying to pay off our debt this year and how I've gone back to work recently so that we can hammer at that number a little bit faster than what we could if I don't go to work. So I figured I would just share with you guys 15 things that I don't spend money on, and maybe you guys can bring it in a little bit if you have something to pay off or if you want to be a little bit more financially conscious. So I have my little list here that I'm going to be going off of. Number one is just a huge thing that I just want to encapsulate together, because the number one thing that I don't spend money on is extra stuff. And so by that, I just mean my theory of basically I only have one. So the way that I can explain this is with number two. I don't spend extra money. I never spend a lot of extra money on makeup. And so the way that I'll explain number one is that if I have an eyeliner, I won't purchase another one. If I have a mascara, I won't purchase another one. Sometimes I'll get like other chapsticks or lip colors here and there, but if I have a makeup item, I won't buy multiples. That's pretty much how I purchase everything. If I have a cleaning product, I won't get another one until the other one is empty or it's gone, or maybe there's something that I've really been wanting to transition into trying, like a natural product or something like that. Otherwise, I will only purchase one of everything, unless it's like a bulk item and I'm buying like a set number of a bulk item. The number two thing that I never spend money on, the number three thing that I never spend money on is lottery tickets and like the state's big gambling games that they do. I never pay into like the fish pot of winning the lottery, because I actually work in a store where I watch people spend a lot of money on lottery tickets. And I also have to listen to a lot of horror stories about, being in debt over lottery. So it's just something that I have not wanted to get into, especially when, for me, I would always rather want to spend extra money on food than just giving it away in the hopes that maybe I'll get something back. Let's see. The number four thing that I never spend money on is liquor and cigarettes. Me and James, we don't go out often on the weekend. We don't go to the store and purchase adult beverages very often. Maybe like once every couple weeks we'll have something, we'll split something. If we do happen to go out for a meal, maybe he'll have a drink or something, but we do not spend excess amount of dollars on like liquor and things from like adult stores like that. We were smokers for over a decade, and we wasted so much money and did so much damage to our health, and we have recently been cigarette smoke free for 5 years. So not wasting money on liquor and cigarettes is huge for us, because we worked extremely hard to quit smoking so that we could have a better financial situation for our family. The number five thing that I never spend money on is trips to the doctor for unnecessary things. So if me or the kids get a stuffy nose, or if they have a fever for one day and it's nothing extreme, things like that, I don't race to the doctor when something's automatically wrong. I kind of try to home remedy it first with maybe some food, vitamins, rest, things like that, and see if we can kind of counteract it. The only time I would ever, like if we were sick, try to rush to the doctor is if we were in like a flu situation where dehydration was an extreme concern, and or if I was concerned with infection. Those are the only times I would race to the doctor, other than obviously an emergency or an extreme injury. But I try not to waste trips to the doctor or unnecessary appointments, because we have co-pays and doctor bills too that we have to pay. The number six thing that I never spend money on is jewelry. So I just have like some little cheap bracelets on here. This is pretty much all I have. I don't wear any jewelry. I would like some more like cheaper items, but I don't spend excess money on jewelry items. I have to buy far too many nose rings than I would like because I lose them. But typically I wear the same. I have like 3 pairs of earrings, and those are pretty much the same 3 pair I wear. And I'm usually in these ones right here. I'm also allergic to jewelry, so I have to have like a higher end jewelry type or like a stainless steel or something so that I don't have a reaction. Number 7 is I don't do any collecting. I don't collect any, like my mother-in-law's obsessed with collecting baskets. She has an array of a collection of those. And something that's super popular right now is like the Ray Dunn dishes. And also there's another line of dishes that's like in the department store. But I don't do any type of collecting for anything unless it's like, I will say I have collected quite the amount of YouTube equipment, but aside from that, I don't regularly collect anything. The number 8 thing I never spend money on is cable. We actually let go of cable probably about like 4 years ago. When our second daughter was born, we just decided that that extra $100+ a month was no longer feasible for us. We were still struggling to get by, so we decided to just get rid of that. Another way you can remedy that, obviously very popular now, is if you just have like HBO subscription or Netflix, or if you just keep an array of DVDs on hand, which you could also find secondhand, or with like your local Facebook buying and selling groups. The number 9 thing that we never spend money on, which technically isn't a never, we just don't spend a super huge amount of money on car repairs because my husband and other men in the family on his side, they do come together to repair and fix and maintain the vehicles. So unless it's something major, typically we don't spend money on car repairs. So I think I'm out of order here, I'm not sure. But the number 10 thing I never spend money on is we don't have any pets. We used to have fish, but we actually let them go too because my husband was sick of dealing with the water. But we don't have a cat or a dog or something, even though I want a dog so bad, so bad. I need an emotional companion. But no, we don't spend money on animals because technically there are ways that they don't have to be super expensive. But I was raised, my dad always treated our dogs like children. So I just feel like if I can't spoil that animal and make sure they're properly cared for, I just rather not have one, especially during this time when we're trying to be debt free. Okay, in my last video, number 11, so many of you went ham on me that I had so many grocery bags and that I didn't recycle them or hold on to them. And here's the reason why. I have a huge broom closet that's full of those bags. I actually keep those bags because I never spend money on bathroom trash bags. I don't believe in buying them, so I've always used my grocery shopping bags for the bathroom trash. So I just have so much of them that I just threw those ones away. But typically we just do save them and keep packing them in there. However, I went through a phase for like a couple months where I only shopped Aldi's, so I just never was using as many bags. So yeah, we have a whole bunch of reusable bags, and I have a whole bunch of those bags for the bathroom trash, so I just needed to get rid of some of them. So your girl's trying, but believe me, I know it was still sad that I threw them all away. The number 12 thing that I never spend money on is we never go on any family vacations. I know it's really disappointing. We've never been on one. We've never had honeymoon or anything, but just unless we use our credit cards right now, it's not really feasible that we take any vacation, because unless we go camping, and we just haven't really wanted to camp much. So yeah, we don't spend money on vacations because technically we can't afford them, and it's just something that we're not ready to jump into. The number 13 thing that we never spend money on is dining out at restaurants. So we do go out to eat, and we take the kids out to eat every now and then, but on a regular type basis, we're not dining into like a fancier or higher priced restaurant often, because it eats a lot of money between the 4 of us and a tip. And you know, we go every now and again, maybe once or twice a month, but it's not something we do often. We do eat fast food here and again, but like I said, just not a lot of like restaurant dining. The number 14 thing that I never spend money on is getting my nails done and my pedicure. Now, for a lot of years, like maybe 7 years, I never really got them done unless it was a special occasion. Unless when I was a kid, I did though. But since having my first daughter. But last year, I actually spent the whole year getting a manicure and a pedicure. And at the end of the year, it was a little over $1,000 that I had paid for that like adventure. And so I was like, you know what, we could have actually taken a vacation with that $1,000. So I was feeling really bad actually for doing that. So I've decided since then I'm no longer going to be getting manicures and pedicures, which is why you've seen my beauty video where I do like at-home pedicures, and I recently started doing my own like press-on nails. I'm actually going to have a haul where I'll show you some of those items that I got to show you, but a lot of people are doing it now, and so it really works out. It's a lot more cheaper if you just want something quick to feel nice, but I no longer waste money on manicures and pedicures. Maybe in a couple years when we don't have any financial things to worry about, but right now, since we have things that we owe on, I don't feel like it's responsible to, you know, spend that money on myself. What is this? 15. Number 15 thing that I never spend money on is, this is the last thing. So the last thing is I never go to the hair salon. I don't go get my hair styled at all or like washed. And typically I only get a haircut like once or twice a year. But all this whole last year I've only been growing my hair out, so I actually haven't even gone to the salon for a haircut. And so yeah, James does go to the salon to get his hair, or to the barber to get his hair cut, but me and the girls, we don't go to the salon. And I actually trim their hair if I need to. If it's looking a little dry or something, then I'll trim it myself. But yeah, so we don't go to get manicures and done up at the hair salon. Okay, so the kids took over my filming area, so I just wanted to pop in here and give you this one last thing, which I never spend money on name brand clothing. We don't spend a lot of money on like higher end clothing at all in general. I try to thrift shop when I can, or shop Walmart, or shop sales at like kids stores. This year I'm trying to get into purchasing more quality pieces, but still yet we don't purchase like really high end or like very popular clothing brands. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope nobody is offended by the things that I don't spend money on. These are all just a personal preference, and I just want to put the disclaimer out there that, you know, we are trying to pay off our debt right now, so we are doing damage control on quote unquote being irresponsible. So if you spend money on these things, don't think I'm like thinking down on you or anything like that. These are just things that I've come to the conclusion, and that we've come to the conclusion as a team, that these are things that we don't want to spend and waste money on. Now, if you have worked into your financial situation or into your plans, then so be it for you. Do what makes you happy. But I'm just sharing this with you because sometimes in this world, it's so easy to get wrapped up into purchasing things that you don't necessarily need, and that you don't even want. You just kind of want them because other people have them. So yeah, give this video a like, and if you have other video suggestions, you can list them down below if you want to see something other than a cleaning video, and I'll try to put them on my list to make over the summer. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.